Hi guys, welcome to part one of Listening with Lyna. So I'm Catalina, by the way. So if anybody didn't know that, hello. I wanted to do this podcast probably like forever now, and I just never had the courage to do it. I never had motivation to do it. Um, but I decided to do it again and got a lot of feedback, a lot of topics, a lot of conversations that people wanted me to talk about. So for today I'm just gonna do a simple one that I know a lot of people have been asking me for is how does it feel to have twins? So again, this is unedited, this is raw, this is completely like just conversations, basically like we were just having conversations with each other. So basically, I am 29 years old. I'll be 30 this year. I found out I was pregnant with twins in 2021. My oldest son actually was 3 months old. I found out I was pregnant. Me and Jonathan, which is their dad, were very excited. We're like, all right, we're pregnant, okay. But I went to my ultrasounds, and the lady, the ultrasound tech was like, are there chances that you could be pregnant with twins? And I'm like, no, like, no. So she was like, are you sure? And I was like, positive. So she was like, I'm just letting you know that there could be a possibility that you could be pregnant with twins. And I'm like, no, like there's no possibility, like, no, whatever, right? So she goes, okay, I'm just letting you know. And I'm getting mad because it's like, bro, I just fucking told you that I can't be pregnant with twins, but whatever. That's besides the point. So then I go to lay down, proceed to lay down. She puts the stuff on my belly to like check and whatever. And she goes up just like I said. And I was like, this bitch, what do you mean, just like you said? Like, she was like, you're pregnant with twins. And I'm like, no way. Like, no way. No. Like, what are you talking about? So basically, she goes on to show me the babies. So she was on one side, then she moves it over and was like, there's a baby here and this baby here. And I was like, huh? She goes, yeah. And I'm like, huh? So she goes again to show me, and then it showed me on the big screen that's there, and basically was like showing me again. And I was just like, cried. Instant cried. Like I just started crying because I was like, what the fuck? Pregnant with twins? Like, how am I gonna do this? Like I said, our son was just 3 months old. So I was like expecting for there just to be one baby, not two. Um, so yeah, so I cried my whole ultrasound. I was not expecting that news at all. Um, so I got off the table. My appointment was done. I called my mom. She did not answer. So then I called my baby father and I told him the news and he was excited. And then I called my mom. So like I said, my mom did not answer her phone. I legit called this lady about 10 times. She did not answer. So then I went to calling my sister. My sister was at work at the time, but I was like, fuck it. I don't care. I'm calling her. So I called her, told her, we cried on the phone. And we're excited because like I said, if you guys don't know a backstory about me a little bit, I was pregnant about 8 years ago, and I lost my daughter. I don't know if you guys know that. I know a lot of you guys who have been following me know about my daughter Janalise, who did pass away. And then after that, a year later, we did try having another baby, and I had a miscarriage. So I've had infant loss, miscarriage within my years of living. So it was kind of like a blessing in a disguise. I already had my rainbow baby, which is Avon, my oldest. And then just having the twins was just like a huge like blessing as well. So basically, my mom finally answered. She was taking a nap, and I was like, no, ladies, stop the time to take a nap. You gotta be up. Like I called you 10 times. Like, what is you doing? But she cried. We all were super excited. Fast forward to our gender reveal. My sister has done my gender reveal. She did my oldest gender reveal, his gender reveal she did for me, and then with the twins she did with me. Which not for nothing, not gonna lie, I already knew what I was having. Like I just deep down already felt like I was like with my oldest, I was like, I'm having a boy. And everybody was like, and I wanted a boy. And everybody's like, no, you're having a girl the way your body is, like you're having a girl, you're having a girl. And I'm like, no, like I'm having a boy. Like, but people were like, no, your belly is too low, this and the third. Like people were just going off as my belly, and I was just like, nah, like deep down, I know what I'm having, like whatever. Balloons popped up, boy, knew it. I was like, yes, got my boy. And then with the twins, I was like, baby B is a boy. No, I mean baby B is a girl, baby A is a boy. Like I already knew, like from the rip. Like I just knew. Like I had a feeling. Like I just knew. So the gender reveal comes, and then obviously she had Jonathan with baby A, and then the balloon for me was baby Boo. I'll insert a video. Um, just a little video if I can, because I'm still new to this. So I'm gonna try to insert right here. I'll try to insert the video. If there's no video here, then that means I couldn't do it. But I'm gonna try for y'all. So basically, yeah, so I popped our balloons at the same time, and all I seen was pink. Like, I didn't even know what Jonathan pops because I was paying attention to and then the way it popped together, I'll insert that picture up here. The way it popped, it was just like together. And like I said, I couldn't see the blue. Like, I was just so focused on what color my balloon had. And then I also had it even in my hand too. So I was just like, all I seen was pink. My mom jumping up and down because, like, like I said, I lost my daughter. I already had a boy, but like, losing my daughter, I mean, gaining another daughter was kind of just like an amazing experience. Um, so yeah, so we seen the pink and blue, and we were just all excited. Everybody was crying, everybody was good and whatever. Fast forward to the twins. They did come a month early. My due date was July 5th, because July 4th, obviously, they were like, nobody's gonna be in the office, which you mean nobody's gonna be in the office, but whatever. Because it's like people come on July 4th, and you're telling me that they have labor at their house, but whatever. So, whatever. Um, yeah, so I was having a C section, so that was my scheduled C section, was to have it on July 5th. But the twins obviously decided to come a little bit earlier. I was at my regular scheduled appointment on a Friday, and the doctor was like, "You're having contractions," and I was like, I don't feel nothing. Like, okay. She's like, you need to go to L&D right now. And I'm like, gotcha. So I called my mom. So my mom what was going on, called Jonathan, told him what was going on, came home when I was supposed to be going to the hospital. I did not go to the hospital right away. I came back home, took a shower, got my son situated. My mom came home. And then me and Jonathan went, took a hospital bag, and went to the hospital. So this is Friday afternoon, like 3-ish, I want to say. And then they checked me and they were like, "You're at 2 centimeters dilated." So they were like, "Just we're gonna keep you and we're gonna admit you and whatever, whatever." So basically, the contractions didn't start until like 7 o'clock. They were trying to drag me up to like stop them from coming because they were a whole month early. Um, so they gave me a shot, 2 shots in my ass. They were trying everything for these babies not to come. Just the shots basically were just if they were gonna come early, to basically help their lungs. So I did that. I was drugged up the whole time. There's my Jonathan called my sister, me being drugged up. Like, I don't even remember that, but she has a picture or a video of me or whatever. I was getting hot, and this dumbass put a whole pad and stuck it on my forehead because I was getting hot, and like the nurses weren't coming in right away, whatever. So like we had funny moments, like I want to say it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and they told me that I was 7 centimeters, 6 or 7 centimeters dilated, but because the babies were still breached, I was still a whole month early, that I had to do an emergency C-section. So that's basically what I did. So I got ready. Jonathan got ready, put on his gear. The anesthesiologist came in to talk to me to tell me what was gonna happen. Obviously, because they were a month early, the NICU nurses came in to talk to me to tell me what was gonna happen as well with that. So yeah, so I was like very like scared. Like, I was scared on what was happening. Um, because my oldest, he didn't have to be in the NICU. I gave birth, and he was in the room with me. This was different. Like, I was gonna have to go visit them in a room. So fast forward, got my C-section. Jonathan went to go see them first. I was pissed about that because I was like, how dare you see them first? But whatever. So I was in pain, still trying to see my kids. It sucked because like I couldn't hold them, couldn't do anything. They were like on tubes. If I could find those pictures, I'll find those pictures as well. But just like seeing them just laying there with all these tubes in their nose and their mouths, and just it was very scary to see, my kids. Um, it didn't hit me that I had twins. Like, it was just like my babies. Like, I was just more focused on like their health, having them get out of there. My son wasn't doing too good. He was just very delayed in a lot of things. My daughter was just progressing. She was doing so good, doing so good. There's this thing called a car seat test that they have to do. If you guys don't know or are aware, it's basically the baby has to be in a car seat for longer than, I want to say, 2 minutes, just to see how their lungs are. I think it's 2 minutes or 10 minutes. I don't know, but I don't remember. But it's something like that to basically just see how they're going to be in the car ride, just because of their lungs are still little. So like if they pass it, they're able to go home. If they don't pass it, they have to stay in the NICU for a little bit longer. So I get a call from the nurses and telling me that Kyrie is gonna need a car seat, and I'm like, Kyrie, because the last time I checked, he wasn't doing too good. That Veralis was the one who was like off the oxygen, off this, off that first, and then Kyrie was like later on. So it was just like a very like, wait, hold on, what's going on with her? So come to find out, her hemoglobin kept dropping. So she had to get like 3 transfusions already because it just kept dropping. So basically, that was like her white blood cells weren't fighting off like her bone arrow. Like it was just a whole lot of things, and I was just like, oh, already, like when was I gonna know about this until? So basically, they explained all of that to me. Um, so Kyrie did come home. I want to say 3 weeks after me giving birth, having my C-section, I guess you could say. So I'm outside, by the way. So as I keep looking at the cars, because cars are slowing down, probably looking at me like, what is she doing? The kids are inside and probably like, where's mommy? Because I snuck out here because I definitely said I was dropping my first episode June 21st, but I went out Friday night and then I had plans Saturday and I totally forgot to drop this. So that's why I'm doing this now. Like I said, this is unedited, uncut. So y'all gonna see the raw everything, like everything. So yeah, back to my story because I can get sidetracked. So basically, um, yeah, so Kyrie was able to come home, finding out that Alice was able to come home too. So a week later, I want to say a week and a half later, she was able to come home. But then I had to take her to Westchester just to make sure like her hemoglobin was at the right like number that it was supposed to be. I was supposed to be at 14 or higher. So when we went, her hemoglobin was actually out of 3. So we had to get admitted to the hospital at Westchester. She had to get another planned transfusion. We were there for almost about an hour and they could not find a vein because my daughter was so little. She was born, she was like a little thing, like to the point where Jonathan was too scared to hold her because she was too little. Um, so she's like this little bitty thing. Like she was so little, and weighed like nothing. So her veins were so little, so they could not find her veins at all. Like they were calling people from all over, different nurses, different doctors to come in to try to find her veins to give her like an IV to start the blood transfusion and everything, and they could not find my daughter's vein. Like Veralis's vein was nowhere to be found. Like it was nowhere to be found. It took about like an hour and 30 minutes. My poor daughter was getting poked the whole fucking time we were there, and it was killing me because every time she got poked, she would cry. And I was just like, bro, like at this point, I was like, just fuck it. Like, don't even like stop. Like, don't like I was in pain. I was texting my mom, like, they can't find her vein. Like, I'm getting pissed and freaking out because it's like, bro, like y'all keep poking my daughter and yeah, she was crying and it was like the way she was crying and it was just getting very frustrating the whole time we was there because I was pissed. They were asking if I wanted to eat. I was not hungry. They were asking me if I should feed her. Was she hungry? She probably just wanted to get the fuck up out of there. Like y'all keep poking me. Y'all not finding Finally, I want to say it was like 8 o'clock at night. Mind you, I got there at freaking 9 o'clock. Like we was legit there the whole fucking day, and they finally a nurse from I don't even know from the city somewhere like I think in Brooklyn or the Bronx, I don't know, but they were calling when I mean they were calling everybody. They were calling everybody to come try to find um my daughter's vein. So when they finally found her vein, they were able to do the blood transfusions. So she had to get blood transfusions. I had to come back the next day. So they finally released us, discharged us, you can say. And then her hemoglobin just kept dropping for like every other day, and she had to get shots. And then at one point, I had to bring her home and give her the shots here, and then drive to Westchester. It was just a lot. For 3 months, I had to do that with her, so that was very scary. I became her nurse, and giving her the shots, cleaning her, doing the shots, and all like that. Um, so once I was able to bring Kyrie home, he basically jumped on my oldest's schedule. So he was like perfectly fine, like perfectly fine. Like he jumped on his schedule, going to sleep at the same time that they were going to sleep. So that was like pretty cool. People are like, oh, I bet you didn't get no sleep. You're wrong. I got my sleep. Like I got my sleep. When Veralis finally stopped with the blood transfusion and everything, when she finally came home and stayed home, she hopped on her brother's schedules and was fine. She ate when Kyrie ate. She basically, napped when Kyrie napped. She when their bedtime was 8:30 even. Still to this day, they're 3 years old and they still go to sleep at 8:30. So they've had the same schedule. They don't take naps anymore during the day, which sucks. But that's okay because then they go to sleep on time at 8:30 every night. They do go to sleep at school. The twins do, but my oldest doesn't. But it don't even matter because 8:20 they're in bed and they're knocked out by 8:25, 8:30 on a good day. Sometimes I feel like they've been getting like, I don't know if they're getting tired. I mean, less tired around 8:30. So like for the last 2 weeks they were going to sleep at 9 o'clock, but that's still, it's still good. I feel like, um, but they're good. Like they're built-in best friends. Everywhere Kyrie goes, Veralis goes. Wherever Veralis goes, Kyrie goes. Veralis is the mommy. She takes really good care of her brothers. She's always looking out for her brothers. As you guys know, my oldest is autistic. He's nonverbal. That could be another topic too of me finding and the whole process of even, that could be another topic. So yeah, so it was very, very easy. I feel like my support system is my rock. My mom has been there since day one. Um, if I ever needed to take a nap, she held it down. So it was really, really good. Like, my sister would take over Kyrie, take over the twins. My mom would have Avon, vice versa. Jonathan had it, like, he was helping me at night as well, when he could. So it was very, very easy. I'm not gonna say that's for everybody because some babies are different. All babies are different. All babies are not the same. They develop differently. The only thing with them is that they did get OT, PT, and speech because the developing skills were not where it should have been at their age. So they just actually finished speech on their birthday. So they've had speech since they were a year old. They both had PT. Kyrie had OT, and they both had speech. So a lot of, they didn't start walking at 1 years old. They started walking maybe like 1.5. They started crawling at 1 years old. So everything kind of like, them becoming a month early did delay on a lot of things. But right now they're amazing. They're talking nonstop, and we're every day like, oh my goodness, like where are you coming from? Just dealing with my daughter with everything, just seeing how she's so petite. She's so petite. She's so little, so skinny compared to Kyrie, who's very bulky and muscular, and just, it's so funny how they're like totally different but also the same. Um, Veralis is potty trained. She's in underwear. Yay, she's in underwear. Kyrie, on the other hand, I've been having a hard time with potty training. He does not want to sit on the toilet. He does not want to go. I've tried to put him on underwear. That's been a dub. He freaks out when I want to put him on the toilet. So there are challenges. So other than that, I feel like they're very different and very similar at the same time, which is pretty cool. It's really pretty cool. Um, I know some people probably have questions like, "Oh, do you have twins that run in your family?" I do. My aunt, who's my mom's sister, baby sister, she actually has 4 kids. Her oldest is a boy. Her second son is a boy, and then she winds up getting pregnant with 2 boys. Um, but other than that, we don't have. I want to say in Mexico, I think we have families who have twins. I want to say they're girls. On Jonathan's side, which is their dad, has 7 sets of twins, like different families of twins. So I guess you can say it falls on my side. It falls on his side. We're still not 100% sure. Um, but yeah. So they can be, when they get older and they have their own kids, that at least might be can get pregnant with twins. Kyrie can get, a girl pregnant with twins. We're not even sure where the twins come from, to be honest. But it's pretty cool though that I have twins and I have a set of a boy and a girl, which is crazy. God bless both times. Like, it's super crazy. Um, it's different having a girl in the house, like, the little princess. Like, you see all of these dinosaurs and cars and basketballs and footballs, and then it's like her. She's into her nails now and painting her nails, and she's into doing your hair. Or, yesterday when I was leaving, she was sitting down doing her Barbie's hair, and it's like, where are you coming from with this? Like, it's so crazy. Like, me and my mom the other day, we were at Walmart and we walked past an aisle of like the bras, and we're like, oh my goodness, pretty soon. And I'm like, let's not think about that yet. Like, she just got into underwear, and it's so freaking crazy. They just turned 3 June 4th. So just seeing their milestone and just how everything went from me being pregnant to like them being in the NICU to going back into the NICU to just dealing with everything, it was very scary. Um, they say when your twins are sleeping to leave them sleeping. If one wakes up to eat, let the other one sleep. No, don't do that. There's I want to say 2 people. that I know had twins, and I always told them the doctors are gonna tell you to let the other one sleep. No, wake that little boy up or that little girl up. Like wake them up so they can be on the same schedule because it's gonna help you out. Because it's like I don't know why they tell you that, why they tell us that. Because it's like when we're feeding one, you put that one to sleep, you're gonna wake up within seconds to wake up the other twin. I mean, for the other twin to wake, no, wake them both up. Like it's okay. Like wake them up so you can have them when they eat. They're gonna go eat. They're gonna shit and pee the same, and they're gonna go back to sleep and be in the same schedule. Like I feel like that. I feel like me not listening to the doctors was the best thing ever because I think that was so easy. I mean, again, everybody's different, but I feel like for me, that was the easiest thing to do was wake them up. Kyrie woke up and Vitalis was sleeping. I would tell Jonathan to wake her up and feed her, and I would feed Kyrie or vice versa. Like I never let them sleep. Like they was up once one cried, I woke up the other one to feed the other one because it was like sleeping was not, it wasn't bad, honestly. The whole sleep schedule was not bad. Um, again, I came home without them, so I was able to recover from the C-section. My mom helped with Avon, Anna helped with Avon, so it was kind of like easy for when I came home. It wasn't in that much pain. I wasn't in like severe pain. I just had to make sure like I was walking and just going along or whatever. But yeah, they're here, and I couldn't be more happier. They're you know completed my family. Um, the sassiness and the independence and just learning them still every day and just hearing them talk has been just amazing. It's been a blessing. But yeah, so this is the ending of, I guess you could say, episode one of my raw uncut video, my little podcast. Um, I would be in different locations. I'll probably be sitting up. I'll probably be sitting down. I'll probably be in my bedroom. I'll probably, again, this is not like a real podcast. This is just something that I wanted to do. I know I've been questioned this thousands of times of how it is to have twins. I can also talk about my surgery. I can also talk about, I know somebody else had asked me about other things about like cheating, about horoscopes. Somebody else had wanted to hear, I want to say, like triangle, like my opinions, your opinions, like, so I'm excited. So my little logo, my little slogan is peace, love, and Bonchiche. So I'll be saying that a lot, either my opening or at the end. Still trying to get all of this. Still, I've been a little little nervous. Just on Gene. But yes, thank you for listening to my little listening with Lena, and I hope you guys listen to my next episode, my next little talk. Like I said before, I would have special guests with me. I would have different other people's opinions, so it's not always just me. I will post on my personal account or on the Listening with Lena if you haven't already. Follow that. I will be posting this on my YouTube channel as well. Um, and just hit me with comments, with whatever topics you guys want me to talk about, so hear my own opinions on. I will, like I said, have special guests with me, so like that day, if I feel like it's multiple, like it should be other opinions, like I'll have my mom sit with me, have my sister sit with me, have my best friends, Jessica and Aaliyah, sit with me. I'll, like I said, post it and get everybody else's opinions and then talk about it. So I'm very excited to see where this can go, and to hear everybody's different topics and opinions and everything like that. So thank you again for listening, and I'll be back, like I said, on my page or on Instagram, Listening with Lena. If you haven't followed that, go like my page on Instagram for Listening with Lena for new updates, topics of the week. Like I said, polls, questions that I'll be posting, and then just posting other, like, when I'll post again. I don't know if I'll do this every week, every night. I'll probably do like a little challenge where I try to post something every night. I'll post every Saturdays, every Sundays, every Mondays, every Tuesdays. I don't know. This is new to me. It's new to y'all. So I'm glad you guys are gonna listen and come along for this journey with me. And again, like I said, thank you so much for listening to Listening with Lena. Bye.